Listen, learn, create your own destiny. Create the life you want. See the future, want the future, have it now. Welcome to the Manifest Change Podcast. And here's your host, Brooklyn Storme.
Thank you so much for pushing play on another episode. I'm so pleased that you're here. Today I'm really excited because I'm just back from a holiday. We had a long weekend here and I took Mum out to the country to a place called Daylesford in Victoria in Australia. And it's an area that's really renowned locally for being quite spiritual. It's a type of place you can go if you really enjoy, I guess, having your mind opened to new ideas, to new experiences. There are a lot of spiritual leaders there, and there's also lots of things like workshops. They really embrace a very spiritual lifestyle. And what I want to talk to you about today is something that I read about while I was in Daylesford, and it's something that's been on my mind ever since. But it's really around how you can shift your vibration and attract more of the right clients to your business. And the reason that this is important is because I think sometimes when you're a solopreneur or you're in business by yourself and you're having a hard time of things, it can really make you feel quite low. It can really make you feel confused about why perhaps you're not calling in the right people or you're not getting people enrolling or signing up. It can make you question a lot of things and doubt yourself. And I guess when all of this is happening, you can actually feel yourself. You feel quite heavy and you do feel quite down. And so when we're talking about things like perhaps law of vibration, what we understand there is that like attracts like. And so if we apply that paradigm and we think, okay, if I'm feeling low and I'm feeling not good enough, then I'm probably sending that out and that's what I'm getting back. It's just one way of looking at things. But anyway, Esther Hicks has written a book, or she's written many books, but the one that I was reading was about law of attraction. And in it, she was saying that you can turn around that positive feeling by pivoting. And her idea of pivoting is taking the focus away from the things that aren't going very well for you and looking more toward the things that you do want. So you say, instead of focusing on people aren't signing up, I mustn't be good enough, you can say, I want people to sign up, I want people to see this value and things like that. And anyway, when you do that, it can really start to just get your mind thinking about the same topic but from a different angle. And one of the other things that she suggests in addition to pivoting is to create for yourself what she calls positive aspects of the negative thing or the situation that's causing you worry or confusion or to question things. And so I thought that I would do an experiment just for myself and I would write down the positive aspects of something that I'm working on at the moment, and I just randomly pulled out my business workshops. So for those of you who don't know, I run business workshops and I run them in Australia and overseas, in America and Malaysia and India. And I thought that I would use these workshops to generate positive aspects. And I just wanted to see for myself how I felt before I wrote this out and how I felt after. So going into it, I felt curious. I wasn't coming from a low place. I was just kind of curious about what would happen. Anyway, I'll share with you what I came up with as the positive aspects for my business, because then it might give you an idea of how you do this process for yourself. So what I came up with, and I didn't edit it, I just put my pen on paper and let it go. But I had written things down like They teach people how to see the advantages and benefits of perceiving situations differently, and in doing so create alignment between themselves, their business and their clients. It's an intimate workshop, and this allows me to go deeper with the people that do attend, that everyone will leave having learned something that they'll be able to use in their business to help them move forward toward their goals, that the workshops are different to others because they really do focus on the relationship and interplay between the mind, business and spirit, and that's what my approach is all about, business alignment, as you know. I also wrote down that they're powerful and they're aligned at creating shifts and breakthroughs for people on a deeper level, that they involve implementation and immediate feedback in the session, that they are based on the attendees' needs and wants, so the workshop content varies from workshop to workshop, that they are quite intensive, that they are accessible for all entrepreneurs, no matter how long they've been on their business journey for, that they get exciting results and high praise from the attendees, that they provide information and tools that can be applied to multiple areas, not just business, but also in different areas of life, that most of the tools that are used in the workshops are evidence-based. I love doing the workshops and I love teaching. That the workshops are based on an approach that I developed that's called business alignment. The other thing that I wrote down as a positive aspect was I created it. It's all mine. It's my baby, and I'm really proud of it. And I'm proud that it's dynamic. And I also wrote down that I know that I'm supported by people around me in business, by friends, family, and of course, I believe in support from things like, my higher self or the universe and things like that. So the whole idea really of business alignment is understanding that there is a relationship. There's a triad, I believe, between the business, your mind or your mindset, and your spirit or your spirituality. But by using something like this positive aspects process, I think it's going to be something that's really, really powerful, because after I wrote it out, I felt empowered and I felt excited and I felt really, really happy. And it was just such an amazing feeling. I can't even really describe it. I can't do it justice describing it here. So I think if you're in a place at the moment where you're questioning your value, where you're questioning your worth, whether you're questioning the value worth of your program or your offerings, absolutely try something like this positive aspects process. Now, the other thing that Esther and Jerry Hicks recommend is that maybe you just get yourself a notebook and you call it your positive aspects notebook, and you can use this for all sorts of things. So you might use it to handle situations that cause you to feel low in your business. Maybe if you've had a complaint from a customer, maybe if you've had some negative feedback on a Facebook post, maybe if you've opened the cart and you've closed it again and nobody's bought and you're feeling a bit yucky about that. Try looking at the positive aspects of that experience and just see how you go. Now, they don't recommend anything around time limits or things like that, but what I would suggest is do set a timer for yourself. Give yourself 3 minutes and just put pen to paper and write out all of the positive aspects of that negative experience as you can, and just see how you feel before and after as a bit of an experiment for yourself. Anyway, I think that once you've done this, you get in a much better mindset, and then you're able to engage in more meaningful, more impactful, more powerful ways with your audience, whether that's an online audience or an offline audience. So I believe that there's a lot of value in this process, and that's why I'm sharing it here with you today. I would love for you to give it a go and let me know how you went with it. Feel free to connect with me. All my contact details are in the comments. If you're not in the group yet, absolutely get in there and join to access. We just put in a whole bunch of free trainings that are really, really powerful and effective, and people in the group are getting fantastic results already just from doing those. So you're invited. Be my guest. Come and access all of that to help give your business a bit of a boost as well. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for staying right to the end. It means more to me than you absolutely know. And thank you so much for your positive feedback. It means a lot too. I look forward to talking with you soon. Have a beautiful day. Bye.
Thank you for listening. Take steps now to manifest the life you want by checking out the show notes. If you've loved this episode, leave a review on iTunes. Here's to manifesting change.